All right. Good morning, geometry guys. We're actually coming at you a little later than normal because we tried to record in third period. They just wouldn't act like they had home training. But don't forget, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. All right. So our warm up right here. Here's our choices. Here's examples. It's just from our notes from yesterday. And if you didn't have the notes from yesterday, you probably didn't look online, or you had your head up your fourth point of contact. All right, so looking right here, we got a look supplementary. So this one would be C. Both sets of opposite angles are congruent. So this would be B. This would be D. E. And then A. So now it's not really rocket surgery because there's this is actually from the notes from yesterday. We were actually marking stuff like this. So if you don't know what's going on because you might be playing a game on your device and sitting there talking instead of listening, it kind of sucks to suck. So, all right. So for today's lesson, believe it or not, it's not very difficult, but yet acting like a good human being is for some of my students. So, setting this up, we have to prove certain things to see if this is actually a parallelogram. Okay, you'll have an extra box tomorrow when we have our practice day, and we do have a check on learning. So, we'll have that. We need to prove that these two are congruent. Now, I know that some of y'all's handouts would probably say -3. It is a plus right here. Had some issues with the copier and the graphics, so I'll try to have that better for tomorrow. Then 2x equals 10. 5 by 2 divided by 2. All right, so x equals 5. So if we plug it in, all right, this is side A. So 4 times 5 plus 3. This is 23. And this is side B right here. 6 times 5 minus 7. 23. All right, so are these congruent? This one would be yes, because they're same size, same shape. So we have to check the other one. We have to see if this is congruent to this. There we go. So 5y minus 25 equals 3y minus 7. 2y minus 25 equals -7. All right, so y is 9. So side C, side D. 5 times 9 minus 25. All right. Let's see, that's 45. So this would be 20. 3 times 9 minus 7 equals 20. So this would be yes. So now that we've proved this, we could say this is a parallelogram. There we go. All right. Now, again, I'll try to have certain things set up so it's could be fairly, might be a little bit easier than today, though. people would actually have to use the gray thing between their ears and, know how to act accordingly. Because, I'm not a proctologist or somebody that gives colonoscopies, so I don't really need to be dealing with that all day. All right, example 2. We need to prove that this is congruent to this. So angle 2 congruent are equal to angle 4. Well, and yeah, you could have put the 4x on the other side. So x equals 11. So yeah, that checks. And then put this plus 41 minus 5. Now again, basically, I don't know. I know most people have not figured it out because it's kind of obvious. But what we're actually doing the same thing that we've done since August. Okay, we are setting two things up, either equal to each other or they add up to something, and we're solving an equation. That's really it. That's all we've been doing all year. And that's all we will continue to do all year, because that is how you do geometry. But you just have to know the vocab. All right. Any questions about example 2? Anybody need more time to write it down? Okay. So for here, we have to prove that this is congruent to this. Okay, so that checks because that would be 12. So we put that 4 in here. So 5y equals 12 plus 3. 5y equals 15. Alright, and this also checks here because that means this is congruent to this. So this is a parallelogram. Alright, so believe it or not, in less than 9 minutes, that is our lesson, including the warm-up. Kind of crazy when people are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, what I can get done. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe, with the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.